Hi guys, thank you for tuning in and thank you for watching. Thank you for your support. For all of you who have subscribed to this channel, thank you very much. So today, let's just go straight to the point of what I'm about to say right now. So I want to tell you, I had a question and someone asking me on how to source hair from Chinese vendor. Okay, so these are the three things that you need to do when you're sourcing hair from a Chinese vendor. Like I know my previous video, I said that like if you're a newbie and you don't know anything about hair business or whatsoever thing about hair, I will advise you not to start with the Chinese vendor since it's overcrowded and it's overwhelming, because you need to know how to play your card. If not, those Chinese vendors, let me tell you something, they're gonna rip you off. So that is number one thing. Like the second thing that I want to say about, like, if you know you're confident enough for you to source for this Chinese vendor, then you go ahead and do it. Do what is best for you. So I'm gonna give you two sites where you can source for Chinese vendor. You have the sites called Alibaba. Like you can just go on Google and type Alibaba. You can get anything from that site. Anything. And when I say anything, you can get anything. The secondly, AliExpress. I know some people doesn't know about AliExpress, but those are the two sites. Then the another site called Something Gates. I don't really use that site that much, but I do have the app. But those the Alibaba and AliExpress are the two main Chinese sites that I do my research, and if I want to do anything, I go in there for that site to buy stuff or sell. So let me tell you how you can get a Chinese vendor and what to ask, because the question is, what type of question should I ask a Chinese vendor? Now you need to know what type of hair you're getting, and with Chinese vendors, they have like normal styles, they have the chemical coated hair. That is a plus. Like you don't even need to ask them, is your hair steam, is your hair? No, it is processed. There is processed hair. Like some of the companies will sell unprocessed hair, but it's very rare. But most of their hair is processed hair. They'll either have like steam processed hair, or they'll have chemical coating process hair. So this is the difference. Now when you're dealing with a Chinese vendor, it's quite different when you're dealing with a Chinese vendor, because China is really really crowded and saturated, and you can get the good, the bad, and the ugly from China. I'm not gonna sit here and say good thing doesn't come from the no. It's a it's a World Trade Center, the sell stuff. um Back to so how can you, the questions that you want to ask them, be specific. You need to know that. I repeat, you need to know that English is not your first language. So you have to be, don't go and be like a dictionary and be using all those high terms. No, you have what we call the hair extension term. The only thing you want to know about the Remy hair, non-Remy hair, cuticle line hair, processed hair. Those are the things that you want to know, or virgin hair. Now the Chinese companies, they have different way of representing their hair. You need to know. So the first question you want to ask them, you first of all need to know how the Chinese people sell their hair and what type of hair and the different grades that they have, and the way they place their own term, the non-Remy, virgin, and non-Remy. They have different terminology in what in selling their hair. So you need to know all those terms so that you don't get confused. Then when you go, the first thing you want to ask them about their hair origin. That is the first question you want to ask any vendor, about your hair origin, because you need to know where their hair is coming from. You need to know the source of their hair. You need to know what country their hair is coming from. So like you don't just go there and ask them for their wholesale price. No, that's just whack. Ask them their hair origin. Ask them, where is your hair from? And since you're dealing with a Chinese vendor, they're gonna tell you, I sell Brazilian hair, I sell Peruvian hair, I sell Malaysian hair. Do they really come from those countries? That's what they need to tell you, and that's what they need to answer. But for my own experience, I'll tell you, no, it doesn't come from those countries. And some of them will be honest with you, some of them will not be honest with you. But I want you to have it at the back of your head that there is no Chinese vendor that sells real Brazilian hair. They might sell Indian hair, yes. They might sell Cambodian hair, yes. They might sell Vietnam hair, yes. Because it's like, they can go, they are all in Asian, they can go within themselves, but not Brazilian hair. And in the first place, Brazilian hair is really expensive. Like, it is where it's not popular in the market the way the Chinese vendor make it to seems like, but we have it, but it's rare and it's very expensive. We cannot afford it. I'm just gonna put it, we cannot, because I've tried it one time. The 14-inch that they told me, it was like $1,000 for 14-inch hair for 1 kilogram, which is 10 bundles. Do you know how much that is? Very expensive. So you can't even get it. Now back to what I was saying. You want to ask them the source. And if a Chinese vendor tells you my hair is from Brazil, let me tell you something. Trust me, they will swear with everything that they have hair from Brazil. But don't buy with it. We have plenty of them out there. If they are not honest with you, don't do business with them. It's your money. Don't be so quick to like, oh no, let me know. Don't even continue the conversation. Just tell them you want someone that is honest. But since you're not honest, I'm gonna go to the next vendor. Now, some of them are very honest. They'll tell you, no, it's a Chinese hair. We sell Chinese processed hair. And it doesn't mean that it's a bad hair. No, it doesn't mean that it's a bad hair. But it all depends on the method on which they process their hair. Now, you need to know their quality. You need to know the different quality, the way they classify their quality, the quality of their hair. When you're dealing with a Chinese vendor, they classify their quality in the grade A. It doesn't mean the A is a type of hair, no, but that is just their quality that the differentiate, and those qualities have different prices. Like for example, some of them will have the 6A, they'll have the 7, 8, 9, 10A grade hair, and some companies, their 10A hair grade, which is the highest quality, is going to be more expensive than the 6A, which is mainly their non-Remy hair, and which is like the chemical processed hair. So you want to know that. Then the third question you want to ask them, if what was their means of what is their means of payment. Their payment means, is it by PayPal, is it whatever the means is. You want to make sure that you ask them. Now back to the hair, to the quality of the hair. You want to make sure that you know what you're getting, because some of them will tell you, no, my hair is chemically processed, but my hair is steam processed, only a high physical method, which is steam processed, but it's chemically processed. So you want to make sure you pay and you get what you are paying for. Now, how do you know if a hair is chemically processed or steam processed? Like for example, the hair that I'm wearing on, I've had this hair now because I'm testing this vendor. This is their non-Remy hair. Non-Remy hair means it's their lowest quality. This is their lowest. The company that I contacted, their lowest grade of hair is 7A, and their highest is 10A. So this is their 7A. I have done all type of thing with this hair. This hair has been on my hair for, don't laugh at me, for 2 months. It's going close to 3 months. Sometimes I don't even brush it. I don't even comb it. And for a non-Remy hair, let me tell you something. This is really good. So even non-Remy hair can act like this, talk less of their high quality Remy hair. So what I'm saying is, like, you need to know what you're getting in. Like the non-Remy, how do you know that a hair is chemically processed? Now, if a hair is chemically processed, you don't want to do too much with it. You don't want to style it. You don't want to put too much heat. You don't want to put color, because that would just damage it, because the cuticles are not there. It's been stripped off. So you want to make sure that you know the type of hair you're getting and what price you're going to put, and what to tell your customers. You have to be honest. Remember what to tell your customers to do with the hair, and to tell them the type of hair and the duration. Like this non-Remy hair is going to last 6 months per their own description. Why? Because this is it wasn't chemically processed, but it was steam processed. And how do you know a hair is steam processed? Now, this hair was originally from China. This is a Chinese hair, and it was steam processed. When I got the hair, it was a wavy hair. But as soon as you wash the hair, like you shampoo the hair, it goes back to straight, which means that was the original texture, which was straight, and it was processed and to give it that defined texture. Now that's how you know that a hair is chemically processed. Like when you wash it, you shampoo it, it doesn't go back to the original texture. No, the original texture of the hair was straight, then it was processed to that texture. So those are the things that you need to put into consideration when you're dealing with a Chinese vendor. You really need to put those things into consideration. I'm telling you, if you don't put those things into consideration, they're gonna rip you off. They don't play. They're gonna rip you off, and by the time you know, they know that you know what you're talking about. Some of them will not even respond back to your text because actually you know what you're talking about. But if they know that you're naive, you don't know anything about hair, they'll just give you anything that'll feel like, oh, let me just give it to them. They don't care about us. Like, we give them money, but they don't care about us. Some of them don't care about. Some of them care. I'm gonna say like 40% of them care, 60% of them don't care. They just want to get that money. So you have to be careful. And second question was like, how do you source? What is the word that I want to use? How do you finance your business? I don't do loans. I don't really do loans because I first of all have my student loan that I just want to pay. I just want to pay it off. Like America, no, I don't want to be so much in debt. No. So I don't do loans because like I want to finish my student loans. Then I just want to be finish my student loan, finish my credit card loan, credit card bills. Then I just want to be done. Like I want to be like free from debt. Like I want to have some breeze on my head. So that's what it is. So what I do to finance the business, I buy hair like for good price, cheap price. I don't have to spend $10,000. No, I always start with what I have. I start with what I had. I had $500 and I start making wigs, and that's how I was making it. I was buying affordable hair and making a wigs and selling and doing the turnover, and I'll do the same profit or the capital that I have and invest it again in the business. And sometimes I do a little bit of side gig, and because I do hair as well, I do some side gig, some odd jobs that you might not think that is gonna be helpful, but it's helpful. That's how I do. I don't really like push myself into doing big things. I'm always start like I'm comfortable at where I am right now, but this is not where I want to end, because like there's a short-term goal and there's a long-term goal. You have to start where you are to get to where you're going. Don't be so much in a hurry to just jump into your end points when you didn't even start somewhere. So to me, I'm not gonna speak for everybody, but to me, I don't take loans. I do everything. Like I do everything. I try to sell everything. Anything that I can put my hands on, that I say, okay, let me try this thing and see if it's gonna give me some money. I do it. That's just me. I go to the site and I try and I do it and I sell it cheap, and that's how I kind of like finance the business that I do. I'm not really like big, but I'm going there. So that's what it is. So I just want to thank you for watching, and make sure that you subscribe to this channel, because like I'll be doing so much on this channel soon. I just want to put myself together, and I'll be doing it. Just make sure you take your time to look for a Chinese vendor. Don't be in a hurry. You have plenty of fish out there to catch, so take your time, ask them those questions, know the type, know what type of hair you're getting, then you set up your price. And if there's any other thing that you want me to cover up that I did not cover up on this video, comment on the section, comment on the below on the section, whatever the section, the comment section, then I will try to answer your question. Once again, thank you for watching, and God bless you. Stay blessed, and may your business be blessed.